General Hospital, GH. Spoilers recap for Tuesday, August 15, reveals that Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Gran, took Esme Prince, Avery Pohl, out for a nice lunch by the Metro Court pool, so Esme was suspicious of the reason why. However, Alexis praised a stunned Esme for doing a good job and reminded her that she had the opportunity every day to help change her image. Esme wound up asking about Alexis' past as a lawyer and whether she missed it. Alexis confirmed that she did and talked about some of the similarities when it came to running the Invader. Talk turned to how cohabitating with Spencer Cassadine, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, was going with Kevin Collins, John Lindstrom, and Laura Collins, Ginny Francis, gone. Esme admitted it was going better than expected and gushed over Spencer a bit. After Esme acknowledged that she was really enjoying her job, Alexis encouraged her to keep up the good work. At Curtis Ashford's, Donald Turner, rehab facility, he was pushing himself awfully hard during physical therapy. Roy Michael Shannon Jenkins was Curtis' physical therapist and finally forced his patient to take a break. Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, showed up and mentioned Curtis' breakthrough with Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, so she was hoping to have one with him too. Unfortunately, Curtis couldn't deal with their relationship on top of everything else right now. Roy eventually spoke to Portia alone, so she explained how she was also a doctor and wanted to help. Although Roy understood that, he also felt that Portia had to be patient. Inserting herself into Curtis' recovery could do more harm than good, so Roy pushed Portia to work on Curtis' timetable, not hers. Once Curtis resumed his physical therapy session, Roy instructed him to use his upper body to lift himself up. Portia stuck around to watch as Curtis put some serious work into it. Back at the Metro Court pool, Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, ran into Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, who was worried about Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, since she wasn't allowed to have visitors. Brooke Lynn admitted Nina was right to be concerned since Sasha was in bad shape. It was like Sasha had a complete break from reality, so Nina struggled to make sense of that news. Since Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, was late for his lunch date with Brooke Lynn and Gregory Chase, Gregory Harrison, that led to Brooke Lynn chatting with Chase's dad on her own for a while. Gregory wondered what Brooke Lynn studied in college, so she said she went for a year at PCU and that it didn't really work out. Brooke Lynn also opened up about her unconventional upbringing and mentioned that Gregory was able to push Tracy Quartermain's, Jane Elliott, buttons. After Chase joined Brooke Lynn and Gregory, his dad asked if the two of them had discussed their future together. Brooke Lynn took that as her cue to head to the ladies' room, but Chase stuck around to face more of Gregory's questions. Gregory wondered if Chase had talked to Brooke Lynn about possible kids, where they would live, and whether they'd get married. Chase acted like it was too soon for all that and didn't understand Gregory's rush. Gregory claimed he just wanted to be sure Chase was happy, so Chase assured his dad that he was happier than he'd been in a long time. While Gregory was trying to take care of the check, his hand froze up on him. Gregory managed to hide it, but that was only because Chase and Brooke Lynn were distracted by each other. Alexis joined Gregory once he was alone, so he admitted his symptoms were getting worse. It was becoming harder for Gregory to conceal that he was suffering from ALS. Next on Tuesday's GH episode, Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, gave Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, more instructions over the phone regarding Avery Corinthos, Ava and Grace Scarola, and Betty Rutherford, Ella Lentini. Inside Sonny's penthouse, Betty failed to convince Avery to take a nap, so Avery agreed to watch cartoons on her tablet with her headphones on. That gave Betty a chance to snoop through some mail and papers, but Dex came barging in on Sonny's orders and asked what was going on. Betty said she had her hands full and acted like they didn't need any more interruptions, so Dex put on a nice guy act and apologized. Afterward, Betty got on Sonny's computer and pulled up a pikeman delivery schedule spreadsheet, which she copied to a flash drive before seeming pleased with her accomplishment. At one point, Nina showed up needing to pick up a few things she'd left in Sonny's penthouse. But Dex and Gabe, Dade and Donovan, couldn't let her inside. That frustrated Nina since she was Sonny's fiancé. But Dex warned that they were just doing what Sonny ordered them to do. He'd assured a worried Ava Jerome, Maura West, that Avery would be safe and that Betty would take the bait, which would lead them to her boss and help them get Nicholas Cassadines, last played by Adam Huss, back. Soon after, Nina came blowing in and demanded answers about why she wasn't allowed in the penthouse. Although Nina had questions about the situation with Ava, Sonny couldn't tell her anything for her own safety. Sonny said he was protecting his family, but Nina made it clear that he was making her feel like another one of his employees. At home, Molly Lansing Davis, Brooke Ann Smith, and T.J. Ashford, Taj Bello, welcomed their first surrogate candidate, who was a sweet woman named Andrea Gates, Lily Ann Harrison, that seemed to check all the right boxes. After meeting with a slightly more complicated option 2 named Chelsea and a money-obsessed option 3 named Pamela, TJ and Molly agreed that they liked Andrea best, though Chelsea was their backup. Molly and TJ were excited to nail this down since it was an important step toward building their happy family. Will GH give Molly and TJ a baby by Andrea? General Hospital spoilers say TJ and Molly may have to make some updates to their plans along the way, so stay tuned. CDL's where you want to be for great General Hospital spoilers, updates, and news, so make us your one-stop GH source.